It is I, Dr. The doctor is in, okay? Dr. Lene Javette, business coach and brilliant strategist. I help Black entrepreneurs, I help Black service based entrepreneurs to shine bright like a diamond and to package their brilliance. Hey. And really, let me day two. This is day two of we're having this strategy conversation. So I'm actually gonna redo my intro. Hey, what's up, Instagram? It's your girl, Dr. Lene Javette. I am a business coach and brilliant strategist. I help service based Black entrepreneurs who package and sell their brilliance to shine bright like a diamond in their industry. Today we are finishing our conversation from yesterday where we were talking about plans versus strategies. So yesterday we broke down 12 reasons why plans do not work, 12 reasons why your plan can fail. Today I'm talking about strategy and the importance of a strategy. Okay. And so I'm actually going to be dissecting three different strategies today of major corporations. We're looking at Old Spice, Nintendo, and Adobe. And we're going to talk about how these brands have come back to life by using a strategy. Okay. Hey everybody. How y'all doing? In the chat, please feel free to chime in. Let me know where you are chiming in from, but also, do you have a business? Let me know if you have a business. I know a lot of times people don't like you to be plugging your business, but I do. I want to know. So in the chat, let me know where you're from and let me know if you have a business. If you do have a business, you can post it. I like to see who I'm talking to because when I give examples, when I talk about strategies, I like to use your businesses to do that. Okay. So please do feel free to throw your information in the chat and let me know if you have a business. Now, Instagram, you guys don't get to see me over here on Facebook, but I have I'm using my green screen. Instagram, you see the green screen. Facebook, you see the virtual background. And on Facebook and or YouTube, I have this green halo from the green screen. And I look like the last dragon. I look like Shonuff, who's the master. And I got this green halo going over me. So that tells you that I am a master at this because Shonuff said so. Okay. So we have Anthony Cousins. Hey, Anthony, in care, Arizona Death Doula. What's good? Hey, girl. Hey, Constance Carter, queen of revenue streams, is in the building. Oh my goodness. Look, no pressure. I know how to perform still. Dr. Angie Beebe in Atlanta is here. So we're going to get into this. Tonight, we're talking about the essence of strategy over plan. Last night, I gave you guys 12 reasons why plans can fail. We broke down that I called it a myth. I called it a lie. But a lot of times you hear people say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And last night we went through 12 reasons why you can still fail. So even if you have a plan, you can still fail. And I'm going to go through these really quick because I really want to get into strategy. But if you weren't here last night, even if you have a plan, let me tell you some reasons why they could fail. So I want to make sure that as you're looking to 2024, you do not do these things, because I don't know about you, but a lot of people don't want a repeat of this year, right? Put me in the comments. If you want to make more money in the new year, put me. If you want to travel more in the new year, put me. If you want a new house, your first house, or a bigger house, put me. If you want a better job, put me. If you want to start your business, put me. Like, there are things that you want to do in this new year. And I don't want you to fail because you didn't have a good strategy in place. And so that's why we're having these conversations, because right now is when people start sitting down and putting pen to paper and start coming up with their new plan for the new year. And so really quickly, number one was lack of flexibility. Basically, when you have a plan, sometimes things don't go right. And if you're not flexible, you will still keep doing that plan, even when all signs are saying that this is not a good plan. Okay. Number two was insufficient research and data. Do your research. Find out if this is a good plan. Find out if this is the right time for the plan. Find out if this is still something that you want to do. Number three was poor risk management, not knowing exactly what the risks are before you create the plan that you are putting in place for 2024. Ineffective communication was number four. Lack of resources is number five. Sometimes we make these lucrative plans, but we don't go through and think through the resources that we're going to need to bring the plan to life. Number six was overly ambitious goals. If you have a 7-figure plan for next year, but you haven't made your first 6 figures, That's just a little bit overly over ambitious goal. Resistance to change, poor timing, failure to monitor and adapt, poor execution, misalignment with goals, and inadequate follow-up. Those are reasons why, even if you create a plan, it's possible to fail. Okay. The other one is, a lot of times when we're creating plans, we don't create a strategy. Okay. In the comments, can somebody tell me the difference between a plan and a strategy? I have this conversation a lot with people where they say, you know what, I'm sitting down, I'm writing out my plan for 2024. And I'll be like, great, what's your strategy for that? And they'll be like, what are you talking about? I have a plan. Yes. But if you have a plan and you don't have a strategy, you still not really doing nothing. Okay. A plan is the first step. A plan is identifying what it is that you want to do. I plan to grow my business to 7 figures next year. That's my mental plan. Okay. Everybody in the chat, tell me what your plan is for 2024. What is your plan for 2024? And if you don't have one yet, that's cool. We're going to talk about plans and strategies throughout this conversation. But in the chat, tell me what your plan is for 2024. What are you planning? Because that's the overarching idea or concept of what you want to do in the new year. The strategy says how you're going to do it, what you have to execute on, and what are the dates to get it done. When people ask me, how are you successful? Like, how do you do what you do? How do you help your clients do 6 figures in a month? How do you help your clients write their books, create products, do 7 figures? I'm good at creating strategies. I'm really good at somebody telling me what it is that they want to do and then bringing it to life. My clients will usually, I have a client that tells me, she goes, you take what's in my head and you put it in my hand. And I love that because that's what strategy does for you, right? So a metaphor that I like to use for strategy is one that we have coming up, which is Thanksgiving. I don't know about y'all's house, but at my house, I'm the oldest of 3 girls. And so I have 2 younger sisters, plus there's my mom. So there's like 4 people trying to get into the kitchen. And you have to be strategic because if somebody comes over and their meal is not done, it throws Thanksgiving dinner off. And then we're not eating until like 8 o'clock at night, right? So one Thanksgiving, my sister's plan was to come over and make her potatoes at my mom's house. And my mom is very strategic. So she knows that the monkey bread has to go in at this time and the sweet potatoes have to be done at this time and the turkey and the ham has to be done at this time. And if we don't follow the strategy and somebody throws a monkey wrench in our plan, things get messed up. So when she came to the house ready to make her potatoes, because that was her plan, it was a hot mess. We didn't actually we weren't able to make potatoes until the very end of the dinner. And as you can imagine, people are hungry, they're ready to eat. So plans and strategy are very different. Strategy is way more in-depth and intense. And when you were talking about success, strategy is going to win every single time. Okay. Here's some strategies that are doing really good and are thriving right now. A lot of times when we start thinking about strategy, it is because something is not going well in our life or our business. Okay. Either in our monies, in our relationship, in our career, in our business, whatever the case might be, there's something that we want to change. There's something that we want to level up. There's something that we want to do better at or better in. We don't want to repeat the same results. There's something with, you know what I'm saying? Like we want to see some growth. And so usually when somebody comes to me, they're looking for a strategy. And so I'm going to give you 3 strategies that you guys have probably seen in on social media, on TV, and in commercials. Okay. The first one is Old Spice's rebranding. Y'all see these Old Spice videos, commercials? Dion Cole. Is that his name? Dion Cole. Yes. Listen, we want to talk about a strategic rebrand. Let me tell you what my paper says before I be ad-libbing. Strategic adaptation. Old Spice, traditionally known for targeting an older demographic, rebranded itself with humorous marketing campaigns and new product lines aimed at younger men. The result, this rebranding has a viral success, significantly boosting sales and repositioning Old Spice as a trendy, youth-oriented brand. That's strategy. Strategy is looking at where you currently are which is if you give me some words for Old Spice back in the day, right? Old man, like ladies, you smell a man wearing Old Spice, you'd be like, Old Spice, really? Like you could do better. You know what I'm saying? It was attributed with older men. It wasn't modern. Younger men weren't using it or wanting to buy it. And so, from a strategic standpoint, the company had to say, you know what, we need to do something different. We need to shake this up. We know our bottom line is suffering. We're not connecting with our current audience. We want to do something different. What does that look like? And so from a strategic standpoint, they had to come up with a new plan. We want to reach a younger demographic. In order for us to do that, we're going to have to get representatives that are connecting with a particular graphic, a particular audience. We need to create content that is more engaging and is more fun. This is all strategy. This is all strategy. And a lot of times I say strategy is not the sexy stuff, but it's the stuff that makes you money. It's very easy, and I use the word easy loosely, to accidentally make money, to start a business or to go into a career or to go down a road and do things by accident and find some success. But when you're ready to level up and go to the next level, that is strategy. Okay. So that's Old Spice. And you can literally see it. We've literally visually watched them make a comeback. You see the commercials, you watch the commercials, you engage with the commercials. Sometimes you even know the joke before the commercial goes off. You know the commercial. They did a really good job with their strategy and it's working, right? Number 2 is Nintendo. Who remembers Nintendo? Who remembers Duck Hunt? Y'all might not be as old as me. Nintendo was the very first game. I remember arcade, Galaga. Like, remember when all that there was on the arcade game was just went up and down, just went up and down. Like that was like the first arcade. And then Nintendo came out, right? The Money Mindset, she says, I'm a Nintendo fan. Yes, like old school. I'm telling all my age right now. We used to play Duck Hunt and Mario Brothers, like old school, dual set Pong. Like these are old school games. And for a long time, Nintendo was off the board. Like we didn't hear nothing from Nintendo. The Sony came out with their game, PlayStation, and Nintendo was never to be heard of again. But they reinvented themselves too. Strategy. This is what I want us to learn about strategy. Nintendo. Strategy adaptation. At a time when Sony and Microsoft were focusing on high-powered gaming consoles, Nintendo chose to innovate differently with the Wii, which that didn't work out well, targeting casual gamers with motion sensing technology, and later with the Switch, a hybrid console catering to both portable and home gaming. The result, the Wii became a bestseller by expanding the gaming demographics, and the Switch has been highly successful, allowing Nintendo to recover from the lackluster performance of its predecessor, the Wii U. Listen, that is strategy. Oh, I forgot about Centipede. Yes, that's strategy. Let me tell you something. So my last job before I became an entrepreneur, I worked at a billion with a B, billion. I worked at $1 billion aerospace company. And it was the CEO, the president, and then this little black girl, this little black face you see sitting in front of you. And so one of the things I learned about sitting in those meetings was how major corporations strategize. Okay. While I was at that employer, I finished my bachelor's degree and I got my MBA. And because I assisted the president, he would ask me questions about their strategy. They were going through a dispute with some workers. I forget the state where they were at, but these workers were threatening to walk off. They were saying that they were, they were going to strike. And so he asked me, he said, Lene, what do you think we should do? And I was like, we can't work if we don't got people to work. So we need to give them whatever they want. Like if people are about to strike, pay them, give them what they want, like meet their demands. Like that's what I was thinking. Like, don't let them strike. Don't let them leave. And he was like, no, absolutely not. That's not what we're going to do. He was like, in 3 years, we're going to be opening up a new plant in this other location. We're going to need to hire and or move X amount of people over to that location. In 5 years, we're going to be moving our manufacturing plant over there from one of our international places. And in 7 years, we're going to be working on this new airplane. So what happens is if we let these people leave right now on strike, we won't have to lay as if we let them walk out and strike, we won't have to lay as many people off right now, which will leave the budget open for what we need to do in 3 years so that we'll be in a good position for year 5. And I was like, oh my God, that's exciting. Year 3, year 5, year 7, all based on what they're doing right now. I swear to you, I'm not judging you. How many of you know what you're going to be doing in your life or your business in year 3, year 5, or year 7? If you do, say I do. If you do not, say I do not. And again, this is not a judgment zone. I just really want to press upon the importance of strategy. It's one of the things I love strategy. I've been a strategist even before I knew I was a strategist. I used to say I was a manipulator because I could make things do what I wanted them to do. I could look at something and be like, oh, I want that. Let me figure out how I'm going to get it. Oh, I want to go there. Let me figure out how I'm going to go. I've been a strategist since before I even knew what I was doing. I just didn't use my powers for good. And now that I know how to use my powers for good, I love that I get to help Black businesses, Black entrepreneurs to triple their revenue, to create strategies, to look at the 3-year, the 5-year, the 7-year. Most businesses, not even Black-owned businesses, just businesses don't make it past year 3. Do you want to know why? Because they don't have a strategy, because they're not even thinking about year 3, year 5, year 7. Where do I see myself in 10 years? And then how do I back out from that so that I can make sure that I'm on track to get to my 10-year goal? That is why you have businesses like a Blockbuster who went out of business when Netflix came into play. They didn't have a strategy. They couldn't fight Netflix off because they weren't looking to the future. I don't want that to be you. The future is around the corner. The future is in less than 60 days. 2024 is around the corner. If you want your next year or your new year to be better than this year, you have to start thinking right now, today, what am I going to do different? I'll give you one more. Adobe. And if you don't know who Adobe is like your PDF reader. What else does Adobe do? Photoshop, things of that nature. That's Adobe. So Adobe shifted to subscription-based model. In the old days, you would pay for Adobe for a year, much like Microsoft and a couple of these others where you buy the program or the software for a year. Now they're like, nah, we want you to pay us every month, or I think it's monthly and quarterly. So their strategy adaptation. Adobe once sold its software like Photoshop and Illustrator as expensive licensed products. They shifted to a subscription-based model with the Adobe Creative Cloud. The result, this change addressed the issue of software piracy and made their products more accessible. It led to steady stream of income, increased customer retention, and their stock price soared. Raise your hand and put me in the comments if you want steady streams of income, increased customer retention, and you may not have a stock price, but you want your price to soar. You want to get paid like you weigh. You want to make more money. You want to increase your pricing, whatever the case might be. Throw me in the chat because I know somebody's out there listening to me. I'm trying to preach to you and tell you what to do and how to do it. There's 3 key components of a strategy. Write these down if you're listening or if you have pen and paper. Number 1, action for execution. Sorry, Instagram. Action for execution. Not just say what to do, but how to do. Like that's one of the biggest reasons why I see people not do what they're supposed to do. They make a to-do list, but not an execution list. They make a plan, but not a strategy. Okay. The second one is measure the results. If you're going to make a plan, which is level 1, but if you're going to, level 2 is a strategy, make sure that you're measuring it. I can't tell you how many people I sit down with at the end of the year and they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't do all the things I was supposed to do. Well, you got to look at your goals. You got to look at your objectives weekly, monthly, quarterly, measure them, see if you're on track, because if you're not, you can adjust. And number 3 is adjusting, being flexible and willing to change the course as needed. Literally, these are the things that make people successful. I had a client who was doing, she hadn't crossed 6 figures in a month yet. She was doing like 40, 50, 60, 70, 65. And she couldn't figure out, like, how come I can't get to six figures in a month? And so I was like, well, when was the last time have you ever hit six figures? She's like, I don't know. Okay. Well, how much do you make every quarterly? I don't know. Okay. Well, who's your key audience? Who's your key demographics? How often are they tuning in? I don't know. Well, we can't create a plan or attack or strategy if you don't even know who you want to get in front of, how you're supposed to get in front. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's things that you have to know about your demographics, about your audience, about who you want to get in front of, about what kind of money you want to make. You have to kind of know these performance things so that you can actually get to the next level and hit the goals that you want to make. So it's super important that you are, and once you know those things, you can adjust. So if you know that, you know, you're getting in front of people between the ages of, I'm gonna make this up, let's say 18 to 25, but your demographics or the people who you really want to be getting in front of is 35 to 50. If you are looking at your performance and you're looking at your KPIs and you are adjusting, you can say, oh, there's some things I need to do. I need to switch. I want to make a different dollar amount. Oh, I need to take my pricing up. Oh, I'm running ads, but my ads aren't working. Oh, let me switch. You have to look at the numbers. You have to look at your results. You have to look at your conversion. Like you have to in order to hit your goals and to do the things that you say that you want to do. So, Ernest, I like what you said with SMART goals. I actually reinvented SMART goals to be on brand with me, and I call them SHINE goals, but they're very similar to SMART goals. I created them off of the SMART goals framework, but I call them SHINE, SHINE, SHINE goals, because part of branding is having your own language. So tomorrow, matter of fact, tomorrow I'll share the difference between SMART goals and SHINE goals tomorrow. Thank you for giving me my topic for tomorrow. Let's see. So when you're looking to plan for your new year, this is what I want to leave you guys with for tonight. 3 things. I got 3 things for you guys for tonight. Yesterday, we talked about 12 reasons that a plan could fail. Tonight, I want to talk about 3 ways to get your strategy to win. Okay. 3 things. These are the 3 things I want you to focus on as you are preparing for your 2024. Number 1, look back. It seems easy. Look back. Look back at the data. There is a power in reflecting. What were the goals that you said you wanted for this year? If you did not hit them, why not? What did you do? Did you not execute? Did you not show up? Did you not pitch as much as you were supposed to? Did you not launch as much as you were supposed to? Did you discount your price too often? Like, look at your data. Look back and see what caused you not to hit your goals. However, if you did hit your goals, let's say this was a great year for you. You made all the money you wanted to make. You hit all your goals and everything was great. What did you do? How did you hit all your goals? Did you show up more? Did you do more social media? Did you do more speaking engagements? Did you write a book? Like, how did you create that success? It works both ways. Looking back so you can see what worked or what didn't work will help you when you start thinking about what you want to do next. Because now you're trying to think about, what do I want to recreate? If this worked, I want to do it again. I want to do it some more. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So you want to look back and kind of look and see what you did right and what you did wrong. The second thing that you want to do is, after you look back, based on that data, forecast, which means look forward and start writing out what you actually want to do. Okay. Do not, please, do not just start picking out random numbers and random goals and random things of what you want to do in the future because they make you feel good. People fail like that. What does the data say? What do your numbers say? What does your audience say? If you do events, how many people were there last year? I have a client who normally does 150 to 200 people events. That's what they normally do. They've been doing it for years successfully, 100 to 250 people. This year, they set a goal of 1,000. That's a huge jump. That's a crazy jump to go from 150, 200 to 1,000 with no additional budget, no additional sponsorship. That's remember we talked about reasons why you fail? Overly ambitious. It's okay to want to increase to get to the next level, but be strategic. If you were doing 150 to 200 people in your events, double. Let's go for 400. If you usually bring in $10,000 a month, double. Let's aim for 20, right? I like to triple. I'm the triple queen. When I'm talking to my clients, I'm always like, let's triple. If you make 100,000 this year, let's go for 300,000 next year. I like triple, but I'm not going to tell my client, if you're making 100,000 this year, let's go to a million next year. It's not realistic. It can happen. It's just not realistic, right? And we want to set realistic goals. We want to set stretch goals. We want to do things that we can push for. So look at your data as you're setting your goals and you're forecasting for 2024. The third thing is, based on looking back, setting and forecasting, you want to set realistic but stretch goals. And I'm going to tell you why. What I have found, and I think research has shown, is that when you set low goals, you put in low effort. I'm going to say that again. If you set a low goal, you put in low effort. If you know that you can make $100,000, a lot of times it's like, I can make $100,000, so you take it easy because you know, okay, I can make 100,000. But if you set a goal of 500,000, you got to work your ass off to get to that 500,000. You're going to show up differently to get to 500 than you will to get to 100, which is crazy, right? So if you set a $500,000 goal, you'll probably bring in 400. If you set a $100,000 goal, you might only do 75. So I always try to get my clients to, if they tell me, you know what, I want to do $250,000 this year, cool. Let's set your goal for 350. Excuse me. It's one of the ways that I make sure, like, you know, we hit your goal. So thank you, Urban Tiger. Definitely examine yourself to grow. Absolutely. So set realistic goals, but also make sure that they are a stretch. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Okay. How much time am I at? Am I at 26 minutes? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. I want to try to keep this under 30 minutes. Any questions? Any questions about plans versus strategies relative to yourself, your life, your business? Now, tonight, I did talk about business, but I have literally used this in my life. I've used it to go to get my bachelor's. I've used it to get my MBA. I used it to get my doctorate. I've used it to move. I'm in the process of moving into a house, which is why I have my green screen back here, because y'all do not want to see what's going on behind this green screen. I'm going to be moving into a house in the next 6 to 9 months. I've used it on my credit. I'm in the process of trying to get my credit to 800. I use strategy for damn near everything. There's a lot of things that I suck at in life. Pause. In life, I gotta make sure I say that right. In life, right? Strategy just isn't one of them. Like, I'm really, 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 really good at looking at something and say, this is how we can make that happen. This is how we can bring that to life. This is how you can get that. This is how you can achieve that. Again, my clients will tell me, I take what's in their head and I put it in their hand, because I'm really good at looking at something and saying, how do we make this work? How do we bring this to life? How can we author that book that you have? How can we start that business? How can we take you from 6 figures to multiple 6 figures? How can we get you in front of the right audience? How do we bring your dreams to life? And what does that look like? It's strategy. Any questions? Joseph Patterson said, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Absolutely. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Anybody going once, going twice? Everybody understand the difference between strategy and plan? I'm not hating on people who have plans at all. I'm not hating on a person with a plan. A plan is better than nothing, right? So I'm not hating on people who have a plan. I just want us as Black people, I just want us as a Black community to be better than planning. I want us to be thinking about our strategy. I want us to be thinking about our execution plan. And I want us to be thinking about the actions that we're going to take and the milestones that we're going to set so that we can actually meet our goals and objectives for our life and our businesses. One of the things that, if you ever go to my website, you will see, I just did this research recently. There's a lot of praise in social media and in research because Black women are starting businesses faster than any other population, race, or segment. We are starting businesses faster than anybody. And that is to be celebrated. I'm happy for it. You probably can see it on my face. They would go like, I'm happy. But what we don't talk about is we make the least amount of money than everybody else. We employ the least amount of people, and our businesses have the shortest open life. Don't talk about that. So kudos for starting those businesses, but we're not keeping them open long. We're not making money, and we're not hiring people. That's what I want to focus on. My new mission in life right now is to help Black women close that gap. Not just Black women, Black men too. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you guys what the statistics. I'm gonna actually go over the statistic with you guys really fast. I don't have it up right now, but I want to tell it to you guys because I want to make sure that I don't lie. And so I want to make sure that I give you the right statistics. So give me 1 second to read this. I can tell it to you correctly. It blew my mind when I saw it. Okay, so here it is. If you are on, let's see. Okay, so Facebook, you guys get to see my screen. I'm sorry. Instagram, I'm gonna have to read it to you guys. So this is from, according to a 2023 report by JP Morgan Chase, the number of Black women-owned businesses grew by 58% between 2019 and 2021 compared to 23% growth for all businesses. So we like doubled that, right? However, we're not making as much money. So these are the statistics. Black women grew by 58%. Black men grew by 30%. So we grew more than everybody at 23 and Black men at 30%. But compared to the average revenue for all businesses, which is 60,000. So all businesses, average revenue is 60,000. For Black men, it's 47,500. For Black women, it's 22,500. So we grew 58% faster, but we make half as much, a third of everybody else. That sucks. Okay, I'm not done yet. Compared to 60% of white businesses, 40% of Black men-owned businesses employ at least one person. Only 25% of Black women-owned businesses employ at least one person. Again, that's less than a third of all and almost half of Black men. Now, when you start talking about the money, there are 2.6 million, no, let me go the other way. Over 1.3 million Black men-owned businesses in 2023 in the United States, generating over 90 billion, would it be? $90 billion, which is dope. Over 2.6 million Black women, which is 50% more, in 2023 generated over 57 billion. Again, half. So we start business faster than anybody else at 58%, compared to 23% for everybody, 30% for Black men. But we make less than everybody at 22,500. Black men 47.5, white folks 60,000. We only employ 25% compared to Black men at 40, white people at 60. And then we only make, not only, but we bring in 57 billion compared to Black men who do 90 billion. Now, these are, not horrible stats. These are good stats that says we're making money. We're just way behind, ladies. Way behind. We got to do better. We can't be happy with just starting businesses. We need to have strategies to grow businesses, to increase our revenue, and to employ our own community, or create businesses where we can employ others and give jobs. Those numbers are crazy, right? You can partner with me in 2024. What do you do, Mr. Patterson? Facebook user, thank you. I needed this. Now I need to follow up with you. Please do, please do, please do. Neg Libre says, yes, please. Strategy to bypass procrastination, distraction, and so on, to see a goal through all the way. Listen, sometimes it feels like you're by yourself, right? Like you're the only person who's not meeting their goals. There's a lot of people who aren't meeting their goals. There's a lot of people who are not operating from a strategic mindset, that are just sitting around creating to-do lists. And I'm very passionate about strategy. I'm very passionate about execution. I'm a results junkie. I am a results junkie. I get high on success. I love it when people are doing good. Like that makes me happy. I get up every day and I think, who can I help today be successful? Right? I love it. And what I have found is that Black people, we are so amazing. We're so resilient. We're so innovative. Like everybody want to be us. You know what I'm saying? We just have to be more strategic in what we do. We got to start playing chess and not checkers. We got to start thinking from a strategic place. And so that's why, if you like me, if you want to win, if you want to go to the next level, like Keep watching. Make sure you follow. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share, because I'm going to keep giving you ways to win. I'm going to give you strategies. I'm going to give you tools. I'm going to give you techniques, tactics, all the things that you need to do in order to win. Triple your revenue. Get in front of the right audience. Create the right business. Market yourself. Brand your brilliance. All of the things, because I want you to win. I don't want you to just start a business. I want you to win in your business. I don't want you to do 6 figures. I want you to do multiple 6 figures. And then I want you to do 7 figures. Hey, Kim. What is, that is the word that the Lord gave me today. You need strategy. Listen, strategy is not the sexy word that like marketing and branding. But what people don't realize, entrepreneurs don't realize, people, not even entrepreneurs, people don't realize is you can't do nothing without strategy. Strategy is the foundation for everything. Everything. Life, business, cooking, relationship, maybe not relationship, but anything that you want to be successful in, you need a strategy. We put more time and energy and effort into our strategy for our vacation than we do our success. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to win? How bad do you want to go to the next level? Do you just want to start a business and say you have a business? Or do you want to have a successful business? Did you start a business to work harder, be an employee of your own business? Or did you start a business to be a CEO, get checks while you're in Tahiti? I do have, Dual says, you have that Virgo energy. Yes. Strategic planning whisperer. Man, listen. I am all about strategy. That's my love language. My love language is strategy. You are the bomb. I'm here to support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I will let you guys in on a little secret. I actually wasn't going to talk about it until tomorrow, but there's a couple of you guys here. So if you guys come in close, I'll tell you guys tonight. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be making the announcement. I wasn't going to do it until tomorrow, but since you guys are here tonight, I will tell a couple of you guys that are here. And then tomorrow will be like my big reveal. Next weekend, I'm doing a strategic planning summit where I'm going to be taking people through the process of writing out their 2024 so that they can be successful. I have done it for the last, since 2020. The first one I did was in 2019. So I guess I've done it for the last 4 years, and I've seen people's revenue do crazy things. I've seen their business do crazy things. I've seen their numbers do crazy things. And a lot of it's just, again, it's the approach that I take with regards to being strategic. It's bigger than just planning. It's more than just planning. Planning is cool. If you have a to-do list, by all means, keep that to-do list. You should definitely do a to-do list. But if you want to see real success, like true success, you have to start being strategic. Okay. It's called the Lustr Summit, LUSTR, which is just level up your strategy, triple your revenue. So LUSTR, level up your strategy, triple your revenue summit. But nobody wants to say that 50,000 times, level up your strategy, triple your revenue. So I just called it the Lustr Summit, LUSTR. And so the level up, we're not just talking about strategy, we're talking life altering, game changing strategy. Think bigger, then think even bigger. Strategy, say goodbye to shooting in the dark. We're pulling back the curtain on how to craft a strategy that actually works. The triple, you read that right, triple, not double, not increase by a smidge, triple. We're pulling out all the stops to amplify your business outcomes and your cash flow. I'm going to show you guys how to write a triple your revenue strategy for 2024. But most importantly, execution. We're moving from dreaming to doing. You'll leave with a game plan that's as actionable as it is inspirational, and then revenue. Get that bread, sis. Bro. We're diving into revenue streams you've never even considered. So I'm going to share some of my revenue stream concepts with you guys. Day one, I'm not going to go through this whole breakdown, but what I want to share with you right now is that starting tomorrow, I'm doing a 48 for 48. So 48% off for 48 hours. So again, I wasn't going to share this until the morning, but since you guys are here right now, if you're interested, you can do it today, 48 for 48. So you save 48% for the next 48 hours. I'll put the QR code on the screen. If you are on Instagram and you're interested, it's in my bio. The link is in my bio. If you are on Facebook and you're interested and you're watching this, I just dropped the QR code at the top of the screen and I will throw it in the captions at the bottom. Boom, there you go. In the meantime, while that is there, I will tell you that you could go to www.lustrsummit.com, www.lustrsummit.com. Okay, now while we do that, let me see if anybody chats. What's the link? Hey, Kim, www.lustersummit.com. And actually, boom, I'll put it right there too. So that way you guys can see it both places. www.lustrsummit.com. And then let me see if there's any questions I can answer. Okay, I'll share it out with my private group. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we have the 48 for 48. It's good until Saturday at midnight. So you get damn near 50% off for the next 48 hours. Okay, let's see. You have that Virgo energy, awesome conversation where it's going to be online. So it's virtual. So it's Saturday and Sunday, next Saturday, next Sunday. We have a general session from 9 to 1, and then we have a VIP session from 2 to 4. So what I'm going to do is teach from 9 to 1, and then from 2 to 4, it's hands-on. I'm actually going to help you write your strategy from 2 to 4. So I'm excited. I love this stuff. Like, I love seeing Black people win. I love seeing Black businesses do well. One of my missions is actually written into my business mission. My business vision is to change the narrative around Black-owned businesses. And I believe the way to do that is to make sure that our businesses have business acumen. And so, yes, that's what we'll be doing. So next Saturday and Sunday, it does come with a replay automatically. I believe the general is 30 days and the VIP is 3 months. The reason I did that, I don't want you sitting on this for a year. Like, I really want people who want to take action. I really want people who want to get to the next level. I really want people who want to see their business grow. So that's why you only got 90 days. You got 90 days because I want you to sit down, dial in, create a strategy, join the group. Let's work. Let's get this money. Let's grow our businesses. Let's hit these goals. Let's get to the next level. Let's hire people. Like, let's do what we got to do what we're supposed to do. Okay. So go check it out. The link is right there. Boom, boom, boom. The summit link is over here somewhere. Instagram, it is in my link in my bio. I think it's the very first one. It says like, join the Luster Summit or register for the Luster Summit. And so tomorrow morning, I'll be back on and I'm going to do like a true pitch. This I didn't plan on pitching tonight. Tonight, I just wanted to really start having this conversation around strategy versus planning. So I hadn't planned on pitching tonight. Tomorrow is my pitch. But I figured I'd just share that with you guys tonight. You have the most amazing events. I've come to 3 of them and everyone has been top notch. Thank you. You are a master at what you do. Listen, I got to figure out how to save that as a comment. I don't want to block it. Kim, can you send that to me? Oh, I don't know what I just did. Dang it. Did I block her by accident? Oh, crap. Kim, I don't know if you can hear me. I'll reach out to you. I think I accidentally blocked you. I did not mean to. Okay. That must mean it's time for me to go. Kim, I'll reach out to you. I know you personally, so you can inbox me and I'll figure out what I did. I don't know. I'm still getting this restream thing under control. With that, I'm going to let y'all go before I be up here messing up more stuff. Go check out the summit. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited, super geeked. I haven't done an event this year since March. So I'm geeked. I can't even wait to share this with you guys. So until we meet again tomorrow morning for my true pitch, my real pitch, I'm Dr. Lene Javette, business coach and brilliant strategist. I help Black service-based entrepreneurs who package and sell their brilliance to shine bright like a diamond in their field. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.